Listen closely. Talent doesn't win. Luck doesn't decide. Only relentless, self-driven action separates the winners from everyone else. Every day you wait, every excuse you make, every moment you hand your life over to circumstance, it costs you. This isn't motivation. This is a command. If you want results, if you want transformation, you must become unstoppable. And in the next 90 minutes, I'll show you exactly how to do it. Chapter 1. Action beats recognition every time. You have a choice. Every day, every moment, every decision presents a choice. You can spend your time proving yourself to others, or you can spend your time doing what actually moves your life forward. That's the key. Most people waste decades trying to earn validation, recognition, and approval. They seek applause. They seek compliments. They seek the nod from someone who doesn't matter. And while they wait for that applause, life passes them by. Let me tell you something right now. No one is coming to approve your effort. No one is coming to validate your progress. No one owes you recognition. And that is exactly why you must stop proving and start doing. The world doesn't reward intention. The world rewards results. Action creates results. Action produces outcomes. Action is the only thing that matters. Think about the entrepreneurs who built billion-dollar companies quietly. They didn't post their efforts on social media. They didn't wait for recognition. They didn't seek permission. They acted. They showed up. They worked in silence. And while everyone else was busy proving, they were busy building. Every moment you prove is a moment lost. Stop proving. Start doing. Every moment you prove is a moment lost. Remember that phrase. Say it to yourself. Let it sink in. Here's the truth. The habit of proving yourself is toxic. It distracts you from actual progress. It steals time. It steals energy. It keeps you focused on approval instead of results. When you focus on proving, you are feeding your ego, not your future. You are asking the world to notice your effort instead of letting your results do the talking. That's a trap. That's a trap you need to escape today. You have a choice. Continue feeding your ego, or channel all that energy into actual accomplishment. That's the key. Let's break it down. There are 3 main ways people prove themselves. Through words, they talk about what they want to do. They talk about their plans. They talk about their intentions. They post about their ideas. But words without action are empty. Words do nothing. Only action moves the needle. Stop talking. Start doing. That's the difference. Through comparison, they measure themselves against others, always seeking to be noticed. Did they see my progress? Did they approve? Did they like my post? Comparison is a thief of action. The world doesn't operate on comparison. It operates on execution. Focus on your work. Focus on your output. Focus on what you can control. Through validation seeking, they crave approval. They need recognition. They look for affirmation at every turn. Let me be clear. You don't need their permission. You don't need anyone to tell you you're good enough. You don't need anyone to nod in approval. You have the power. You have the discipline. You have the ability to act. That's all that matters. Now, I want to give you a behavioral instruction you can use today. I want you to stop sharing your plans before they're complete. Stop announcing intentions on social media. Stop looking for validation from friends, family, or peers. Instead, act in silence. Work relentlessly. Build quietly. Let results speak. Let results shout. Results are the ultimate proof. Action is the ultimate proof. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Take Jeff Bezos. Before Amazon became a household name, he didn't post press releases every time he had an idea. He didn't ask the world to notice him. He acted. He focused. He executed. Slowly, steadily, quietly. Meanwhile, others were busy proving their knowledge, proving their talent, proving their capability. And guess what? They stayed invisible. Bezos didn't prove. He did. That's the difference. That's the key. Let me break it down for you in human terms. Every time you try to prove, you are giving your energy away. You are handing over power to others. You are giving your focus to an audience that doesn't matter. Stop it. Stop proving. Start doing. Every day you act, every day you create, you are reclaiming your power. You are building momentum. You are becoming unstoppable. That's the key. Now here's a simple exercise for you. I want you to pick one area of your life where you are constantly proving yourself. Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's on social media. Maybe it's among friends or family. Now make a commitment. For the next 30 days you will stop proving. Stop seeking validation. Stop asking for approval. Stop trying to impress. Instead, take daily action toward actual results. Even small steps. Even invisible progress. Every day, do something that moves you closer to your goal without announcing it. That's the key. You have a choice. You can choose to continue proving, or you can choose to start doing. Which will it be? Remember this: action compounds. Proving compounds into nothing. Results compound. Effort compounds. Discipline compounds. Momentum compounds. Stop proving. Start doing. Every moment you waste proving is a moment lost forever. Every hour you spend seeking validation is an hour you could have spent building something real, tangible, unstoppable. That's the key. And let's talk about fear for a second. Fear drives proving. Fear drives validation seeking. Fear drives comparison. You are afraid of failing. You are afraid of being unnoticed. You are afraid of what others think. Here's the truth. Fear is irrelevant. Results are relevant. Action is relevant. Discipline is relevant. Stop giving fear the power to dictate your life. You have a choice. Every day, confront the fear with action. Prove nothing. Do everything. That's the key. By now, you should be feeling a shift. You should understand why most people fail. They spend their lives proving. They spend their lives waiting. They spend their lives trying to be noticed instead of building. You, however, are different. You have chosen to act. You have chosen to start doing. You have chosen to reclaim your power. That's the key. So, as we close this chapter, I want you to repeat this to yourself. Stop proving. Start doing. Every moment you prove is a moment lost. Say it again. Stop proving. Start doing. Every moment you prove is a moment lost. Let it sink in. Let it become a mantra. Let it drive your next move. You mastered your distraction. You mastered your ego. You mastered the need for approval. Now, let's talk about the silent cost of waiting, the opportunity slipping past while you hesitate. Chapter 2: The Silent Cost of Waiting. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. And here's the harsh truth. Waiting guarantees mediocrity. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, the perfect alignment. Waiting is a silent thief. It steals your time, your energy, and your potential. It doesn't matter if you feel ready. It doesn't matter if circumstances feel ideal. If you wait, you are losing. Every second you hesitate, someone else is moving forward. Every second you stall, life passes by. That's the key. Most people are trapped in the waiting game. They say, I'll start tomorrow. They say, I need more preparation. They say, I'll wait until I feel ready. And tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next year. And before you know it, decades have passed and nothing has changed. Waiting is invisible. Waiting is silent. Waiting is deadly. You have a choice: stay waiting or act now. Let me tell you about people who understood this truth and acted anyway. Take Colonel Harlan Sanders. He was rejected over 1,000 times before KFC became a household name. He started late. His life was far from perfect. He faced ridicule, rejection, and countless no's. And yet he acted. Every day, every moment, every opportunity he could. He didn't wait for the perfect time. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He acted. And that's why we remember him today. Now take the opposite. Someone who waited for the perfect moment. Someone who kept telling themselves, I'll start when I feel ready. I'll start when the timing is better. I'll start when the market is right. They waited. Years passed. Nothing happened. They stayed invisible. They stayed average. They stayed stuck. Waiting is the silent killer of potential. Waiting is the silent thief of success. That's the key. Let me break it down. Waiting manifests in 3 ways. Waiting for confidence. People say, I'll start when I feel ready. Here's the truth. Confidence comes from action, not preparation. Confidence is built in the doing. If you wait for confidence, you will never start. You have a choice. Wait for confidence or create it through action. That's the key. Waiting for conditions. People say, I'll start when the economy improves. I'll start when my schedule is free. I'll start when the market is right. Conditions are never perfect. Conditions will never align. There will always be obstacles. Success doesn't wait for conditions. You have a choice, wait or act anyway. That's the key. Waiting for permission. People wait for approval. They wait for someone to say, go ahead. They wait for validation. Here's the truth. You don't need their permission. You have the ability. You have the skill. You have the discipline. Stop waiting for a green light that will never come. That's the key. Here's a practical exercise you can do today. Identify one project, one task, one goal you've been waiting to start. Now set a timer. Right now, at this moment, take the first step. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when conditions are perfect. The first step. Make a phone call. Write a paragraph. Send the email. Do something. Action beats waiting every single time. That's the key. Let me give you another example. Vera Wang didn't design wedding dresses until she was 40 years old. 40. Most people would have given up. Most people would have assumed it was too late. She started. She acted. She didn't wait for youth or timing or external approval. She started. And today she's iconic. The clock was ticking. She acted anyway. That's the key. Here's something else to remember. Waiting compounds regret. Every day you hesitate, every day you procrastinate, you are stacking regret. You're building a wall between yourself and your potential. Stop it. Stop waiting. Start moving. Start acting. Momentum builds only in motion. Waiting creates stagnation. That's the key. And let's be honest, fear drives waiting. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of making the wrong move. Let me be crystal clear. Fear will never go away. Fear is part of life. Waiting won't remove it. Action removes it. Motion conquers fear. The more you act, the more fear diminishes. You have a choice. Let fear paralyze you or let action crush it. That's the key. You may be thinking, but what if I fail? Good. Fail. Fail fast. Fail forward. Fail intelligently. Failure is feedback. Failure is a lesson. Waiting guarantees nothing but lost time. Action guarantees progress regardless of outcome. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. Repeat it. Say it out loud. Let it drive your next move. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. That's the key. Here's a final point. Small actions matter. You don't need to launch a massive project overnight. You don't need a perfect plan. Start small. Start consistent. Start now. One step today. One step tomorrow. And keep going. That's the power of immediate action. That's how momentum builds. That's how unstoppable people are made. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. Repeat it again. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. You have a choice. Continue waiting or start building your life today. That's the key. By now you should understand this. The silent cost of waiting is enormous. Opportunities slip by. Potential diminishes. Regret compounds. Mediocrity becomes reality. You have a choice, wait or act. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. You mastered the need for approval in the last chapter. Now you must master the courage to act despite fear. So here's your takeaway mantra for the next week. The clock is ticking. Action waits for no one. Repeat it. Repeat it. Let it sink into every decision you make. Let it drive your next move. You have a choice. Continue waiting or start building momentum today. That's the key. You faced your hesitation. You faced your fear. You faced your excuses. Now it's time to embrace movement, to embrace urgency, to embrace unstoppable action. Chapter 3. Your comfort zone is your prison. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels familiar. Comfort feels easy. But here's the truth. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Every moment you cling to comfort, you silently shrink. Every day you avoid discomfort, your potential diminishes. Every second you choose ease over challenge, your future slips away. That's the key. Most people live their entire lives inside their comfort zones. They cling to routines that feel safe. They avoid risks that feel uncomfortable. They settle for mediocrity because mediocrity feels easy. And here's the brutal truth. Nothing grows inside a comfort zone. Talent stagnates. Skill fades. Potential rots. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. Let it sink in. Look at the athletes who push past limits. The marathon runner who trains in freezing rain, long after the crowds have gone home. The Olympic swimmer who swims before sunrise while everyone else sleeps. The football player who runs drills nobody else sees. They understand this truth. Comfort kills greatness. Growth comes from pain, effort, and risk. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Writers and creators face the same battle. J.K. Rowling submitted her manuscript over and over after repeated rejections. She risked embarrassment. She risked failure. She risked criticism. She embraced discomfort. She stepped outside her comfort zone. And today her work is iconic. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it again. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. That's the key. Let me give you another example. Elon Musk faced ridicule when he started SpaceX. Everyone told him it was impossible. The risk was massive. Failure would have been public, humiliating, and financially devastating. But Musk didn't retreat to comfort. He didn't wait for a safer path. He acted. He endured discomfort. He pushed boundaries. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. That's the key. Here's the truth you must internalize. The mind loves comfort. The body loves comfort. Your instincts crave ease. But your future is forged outside those walls. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Every fear you avoid. Every risk you refuse. Every challenge you skip is a brick in that cage. And that cage is silently shrinking your life. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. Make it a mantra. Let it guide your next move. Now let's talk about actionable steps. How do you break free? How do you escape the cage and start growing? Here's what you do. Seek discomfort intentionally. Do something today that scares you, challenges you, or stretches your limits. Speak up. Send the email. Make the pitch. Run the extra mile. Every step outside comfort builds courage, skill, and resilience. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. That's the key. Set small daily challenges. You don't have to leap into extremes. Incremental discomfort works better than sporadic grand gestures. Write for 30 minutes in a quiet room when you'd rather watch TV. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than normal. Speak to someone you usually avoid. Each micro step pushes the boundaries of your cage. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. That's the key. Embrace the fear as a guide. Fear is not your enemy, it's a signal. Fear points to growth. The more discomfort you feel, the more potential you are approaching. Don't shrink. Don't retreat. Step toward it. That's where results hide. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. That's the key. Think about innovators who changed entire industries. They all share one trait: relentless movement outside comfort. Steve Jobs challenging design norms. Marie Curie risking reputation and life to explore unknown science. Michael Jordan pushing himself on courts where failure was guaranteed. Every breakthrough, every iconic success, lives outside the cage. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. Let it become part of your DNA. That's the key. And here's the critical mindset shift. Growth is uncomfortable. Discomfort is not a punishment. Discomfort is a signal. Discomfort is the currency you must pay for achievement. When you avoid discomfort, you pay a higher price in regret, mediocrity, and lost opportunity. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. Repeat it. Let it guide your every action. Let's give you another practical exercise. Today, identify one area of your life where you are too comfortable. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's a habit. Maybe it's a skill you refuse to develop. Now, take one uncomfortable action in that area. Make a call. Learn a new skill. Push your boundaries in a conversation. Commit to discomfort deliberately. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. That's the key. Here's a final warning. If you stay comfortable, life will pass you by. Dreams will fade. Talent will stagnate. Potential will disappear. You have a choice. Remain safe and small, or risk discomfort and grow. The cage is silent. The walls are invisible, but they are real. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Let it guide your next move. That's the key. By now you should feel it. That pull inside telling you to stay safe, to stay routine, to stay unnoticed. That's the cage. You can step out. You can push. You can grow. You have a choice. Every day you hesitate, the cage gets stronger. Every day you act, the cage weakens. Every moment outside comfort, you are building your unstoppable future. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Comfort is a cage. Growth is outside. Repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat it. That's the key. You confronted your fear. You confronted your excuses. You confronted the illusion of safety. Now it's time to master the grind that nobody sees, the invisible effort that creates unstoppable momentum. Chapter 4. Master the grind that nobody sees. The world loves results. The world celebrates success. The world applauds winners. But here's the truth. The world does not see the grind. The late nights. The early mornings. The hours spent learning, practicing, and improving quietly without recognition. That is where success is made. That is where unstoppable people are built. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Let it sink in. That's the key. Most people want recognition without effort. They want applause without practice. They want outcomes without work. They seek shortcuts. They seek shortcuts. And the world will always favor those who grind. The world will always reward consistent, unglamorous effort. That's how mastery is built. That's how momentum is created. That's how life-changing results happen. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Think about writers who succeed. They write when no one is watching. They revise when no one is reading. They face rejection silently, edit relentlessly, and keep producing work that nobody yet notices. J.K. Rowling spent years refining her manuscript, facing rejection, and submitting quietly before success arrived. Every word she typed, every edit, every rejection, it was invisible to the world. But that invisible effort created massive results. That's the key. Look at programmers and tech founders. Every app, every software, every platform started with hours of quiet coding, debugging, testing, rewriting, rewriting. The users never see the struggle, the frustration, the thousands of hours behind the scenes. The users only see the finished product. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. That's the key. Business leaders operate the same way. They read, they study, they practice, they strategize in silence. The board only sees the presentation. The clients only see the outcome. The public only sees the launch. But the leader's real work, the invisible work, is what created the results. Thousands of unseen hours. That is the grind. That is the difference between mediocrity and excellence. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Here's the truth you must internalize. Grind is not glamorous. Grind is not easy. Grind is not fun. Grind is repetitive, boring, and invisible. Most people avoid it. Most people quit before the results show. But here's the key: the grind compounds. Small, consistent effort builds momentum. Small, consistent effort compounds into mastery. Small, consistent effort creates unstoppable outcomes. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. That's the key. Let's break down how you can master the grind in your own life. Commit to consistency. Decide you will show up every day no matter how small the step. One page, one email, one task, one workout. Every day. Every day. The results are invisible at first. That's normal. That's fine. The world sees results later. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Embrace repetition. Repeat the process. Practice the same skill, the same routine, the same system over and over. Excellence is not built in bursts. It is built in steady, repeated action. Boring? Yes. Necessary? Absolutely. Grind. Repeat. Master it. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Ignore recognition. Stop seeking applause. Stop expecting validation. Grind is unseen. Grind is solitary. The reward comes later in results. If you do the work for recognition, you will quit. Do it for mastery. Do it for progress. Do it for yourself. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Consider athletes too. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Serena Williams, they all logged hours nobody noticed. Repetition. Drills. Sprints. Practices. Endless repetitions. Alone. Invisible. The public only saw the highlight reels, the championships, the trophies. But the grind created the outcome. Every shot, every sprint, every drop of sweat was invisible to the world. That's the key. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Here's the harsh truth. Most people quit before the results show. They start strong. They want progress immediately. They want applause now. When they don't see instant results, they stop. Momentum is lost. Growth is lost. Opportunity is lost. But if you continue quietly, relentlessly, persistently, the grind compounds. Action compounds. Effort compounds. Results explode. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Here's an exercise you can do today. Identify one area of your life where you've been seeking instant results. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's learning a skill, maybe it's building your business. Commit to 30 minutes of invisible work every day. No posting. No updates. No recognition. Just grind. Build silently. Let the results come. That's the key. And remember, pain is part of the grind. Struggle is part of the grind. Boredom is part of the grind. Repetition is part of the grind. Most people quit because they can't handle the invisible effort. You, however, are different. You choose to endure. You choose to persevere. You choose to show up when no one is watching. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Here's the mindset shift you must adopt. Success is invisible first. Every great achievement starts quietly, alone, unnoticed. The visible results come later. You cannot skip the grind. You cannot rush the process. You cannot wait for inspiration. You act. You endure. You repeat. You persist. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. That's the key. By now you should feel a shift. You understand that effort, persistence, and repetition are far more important than recognition, applause, or instant gratification. You see the invisible path. You see the hours nobody notices. You see the power of quiet discipline. You have a choice: chase applause or chase mastery. Chase recognition or chase relentless effort. The world sees results. The world does not see the grind. Master the grind. Repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat it. That's the key. You embraced invisible effort. You embraced repetition. You embraced persistence. Now it's time to confront excuses that steal energy and kill progress. Chapter 5. Excuses are expensive. You have a choice. Every day, every hour, every moment you are alive, you face a choice. Make excuses or take action. That's the key. Most people choose excuses. They blame circumstances. They blame people. They blame the system. They blame the weather. They blame the economy. They blame their upbringing. And while they spend all their energy blaming, time slips away. Opportunities vanish. Potential rots. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. Let it sink in. That's the key. Excuses are invisible taxes on your life. They silently drain your time. They silently drain your energy. They silently drain your results. You think one excuse is harmless? One excuse compounds into hundreds. One excuse becomes a habit. One habit becomes a life of stagnation. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. That's the key. Let me give you a real-world example. Two people want to start a business. Person A says, I can't start now. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough experience. The market is tough. Person B says, I will start today. I'll learn along the way. I'll find the resources. I'll adapt. Years later, person B is thriving. Person A is still waiting, still planning, still making excuses. That is the silent cost of excuses. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. Excuses steal more than time. They steal your confidence. Every time you justify an action, you tell yourself you are powerless. You tell yourself you cannot influence the outcome. You tell yourself that life is happening to you instead of through you. That thinking becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. That's the key. Look at the most successful people in the world. They all share one trait. They take responsibility. They refuse excuses. They act regardless of circumstances. Oprah Winfrey faced poverty, rejection, and systemic barriers. She could have made 1,000 excuses and the world would have understood. Instead, she acted. She took responsibility. She created results. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. That's the key. Here's the truth. You can always act. No matter your situation, no matter your past, no matter your resources, there is something you can do. Excuses are just choices disguised as reasons. You have a choice. Continue justifying or start acting. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. Let's break down the mechanics of excuses. Excuses drain energy. Every thought spent rationalizing why you can't do something is energy wasted. That energy could be applied to solutions. Stop feeding excuses. Start channeling that energy into action. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. Excuses delay progress. The more you justify an action, the more the world moves forward without you. Opportunities are perishable. Time is finite. Every excuse is a delay in your growth. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. That's the key. Excuses destroy accountability. When you blame external forces, you give away control of your life. Your future is no longer in your hands. That's the trap. That's why you must refuse excuses and take complete ownership. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. Here's a practical exercise you can do today. Take one goal you've been delaying. Write down every excuse you've made for not starting. Now, for each excuse, write one action you can take right now to overcome it. No waiting. No justification. Just action. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. Let me give you another example. J.K. Rowling had every reason to quit writing. Poverty. Single parenthood. Rejections from publishers. She could have blamed every circumstance. But she didn't. She acted. She wrote. She persisted. She ignored excuses. And today she is one of the most successful authors in history. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. Here's the truth you need to internalize. Excuses are expensive. They cost time. They cost growth. They cost opportunity. They cost your potential. They cost your life. And the cost is cumulative. The more excuses you make today, the heavier the burden tomorrow. You have a choice. Continue paying the price, or refuse excuses and take action. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. Fear often drives excuses. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of looking foolish. Here's the brutal truth. Fear is part of life. Excuses are optional. You don't need them. Fear does not give you permission to avoid action. You have a choice. Let fear paralyze, or let action move you forward. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. Let's face it, excuses are a form of surrender. Every excuse is giving up a little piece of your potential. Every excuse is a silent retreat from responsibility. Every excuse ensures mediocrity. Stop surrendering. Stand up. Take control. Take ownership. Take action. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. By now, you should understand this. Your life is a direct reflection of the actions you take and the excuses you refuse. Every successful person, every icon, every unstoppable individual faced obstacles, fear, scarcity, and rejection. They didn't have perfect circumstances. They didn't have a smooth path. They acted anyway. That's the key. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. That's the key. So as we close this final chapter, and this audiobook, remember this. You can choose excuses or you can choose results. You can choose stagnation or you can choose growth. You can blame life or you can master it. You have a choice. You have the power. You have the discipline. The clock is ticking. Momentum waits for no one. Stop the excuses. Take action. Build your future. Dominate your life. Be unstoppable. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. You have learned to stop proving. You have learned the cost of waiting. You have learned to leave your comfort zone. You have learned to grind silently. And now you have learned to refuse excuses. Take all of this. Apply it daily. Persist. Endure. Execute. The world will notice. Your life will change. You are unstoppable. Excuses cost. Action pays. Stop the excuses. Repeat it. If you're ready to stop waiting, stop proving, and start building the life you deserve, hit subscribe now and never miss a lesson that could change everything.